Hello, so this is my first YouTube video and I just wanted to do a tutorial about how to do this makeup look. I get asked a lot. I'm not a makeup artist, so I do a lot of really unprofessional things. Heads up before you watch, but if you want to watch and continue. So far, I just have, obviously, contact lenses, but primer and foundation on so far, which I didn't film because I didn't think that was too interesting. So next I'm on to contouring. This is a kind of optional step. I do it because I kind of have a potato face. And I want some more definition in my face. I'm using Clown White by Maron just because I'm pretty pale, so that's the shade that's lighter than my skin. So, but if you're a little darker, you can use a lighter, more natural color for your highlights. So I'm just putting them where I want my face to stand out. Again, this is an optional step. So moving on to powder, I'm going to use two different powders just because this part of my face is a different color than this part of my face. I'm going to use a really light powder that's kind of shattered now. It's just a mixed translucent powder on the areas that I put the Clown White. And I'm going to go in with a darker color that's closer to my skin tone. That is also a NYX. It's a matte powder foundation. Again, I'm all about the coverage when it comes to this kind of makeup. Okay, next I'm going to do more contouring. I would say even if you are not doing all the Clown White that I did, do the shadow, which I have just a contour kit by Fiona Style. I usually use the darkest for my cheekbone contour because when I have hair covering my face, a really subtle contour is not gonna show. I'm just cutting in where I want my cheekbone and jawline to be more defined because mine is not. I'm going to do my nose contour. I'm just going to take the middle color here on just a flat brush. Do the 11. So I didn't go all the way up because if I'm going to join it in with my eye makeup, I do that more when I'm doing eye makeup, which I'm going to get started on now. For eyebrows, I'm going to be using just a black pencil. This is actually a lip pencil, but you should probably get eyeliner. You can do brown or red or whatever eyebrows you want to do with this look, but I want to do black because I'm going to be wearing a black wig. I don't want to do brown. It's just not what I'm doing today. Now, if you have shaved eyebrows, this is really easy. I have shaved eyebrows. If you have eyebrows, I know there's a way to do it with glue stick. I've never done it. I have shaved eyebrows. Don't listen to me, but you can look up eyebrow coverage if you don't want to shave off your eyebrows and you have pretty prominent eyebrows. I went a lot higher than my natural arch and I started in a little further, so this is going to be hard to do unless you have very thin, very arched natural eyebrows, so I would suggest covering them. You'll notice these eyebrows are a lot thinner than what's generally considered in style for makeup these days. This is just a different style of makeup. Moving on to eyeshadow. I like to start out with some white eyeshadow where I'm going to be doing my cut crease, and I use Polyester Bride by Urban Decay, and I've used a lot of it. It's just a shimmery white, and I like it because it's white, but it's not super chalky looking like some cheaper white eyeshadows tend to be. I'm putting this kind of above my eyelid here. Basically, when you draw a crease on, you're drawing it, you see like that shadow where my eye socket is, you draw it above there. So I'm putting white eyeshadow in there just so that the contrast is a little more, and it also, I have very close set eyes. Having a lot of white on the inner corner makes my eyes look a little further apart, which is nice. Normally right now I would start in with just black eyeshadow, but I think I'm going to start in with my red because I'm going to be putting on a lot of red eyeshadow. So to do that cut crease I was talking about, you are going to basically just draw this along that eye socket, and then the shape that makes is going to kind of determine the shape of your eyeliner and eyelid eyeshadow a little bit. I always like to start right at the top, just get right in there. Just like a little arch. A lot of red under my eye. Oh, I didn't say what red eyeshadow I use. That's important because it's hard to find a good red. I use Never Say Never by MAC. Just a really matte, really bright red. So I was kind of going in with like a flat brush just to get those lines in there. But I'm going to use the fluffy end of this brush to really put a lot of red on my feet. You might notice that the shape of this eyeshadow is really different than what you see like popular in American type makeup. In Visual K, a lot of the eyeshadow shapes will kind of be like big droopy eye, where instead of having everything pulled up into a cat eye, it kind of goes out or down a little bit. So for black eyeshadow, Urban Decay Blackout, which I also have used a lot of, I like to wet it a little bit, so I usually just put like a drop of water on just like one corner of the eyeshadow, almost to use it like a watercolor. Like there's like a little bit of water, I don't know if you can see it without me dumping this out on this edge here. I'm just kind of mixing a little brush in. You could also do this with gel eyeliner, but I don't really have a good reason why I'm not using gel eyeliner other than I don't have any. A little up and over the edge of your eyelid shape here. Time for eyeliner. I'm using a NYX matte liquid eyeliner. I like the kind that's a brush in an inkwell, but a lot of people find this really hard to use, so you might prefer like a felt tip pen type liquid eyeliner or gel eyeliner on a brush. I'm just used to this, so I use this. You want to get the inner corner long and pointed. Like that. I always draw really close up under the front of the inner corner and then kind of dip down towards the edge. Line across the upper lid. I'm I'm gonna kind of go over that cut crease with a little bit of eyeliner. I'm just gonna put some mascara on just to make sure my eyelashes are black because they're brown. For lashes, I buy them in bulk and I have tons of lashes to choose from just by big assorted boxes of them on Amazon. I think I'm going to just use these ones for both upper and lower. When I glue these on, I don't glue them onto my lash line. I start kind of far over, very close to my eye, and then I glue where the edge of my eyeliner is and let the eyelash extend past my eye to just make my eye look bigger. You can still see the glue is wet, but that's where it's going. It's not up on my lash line, it's down. For top lashes, I also don't put them right on my lash line. I put them a little above because, again, this is about seeing the lashes over this big makeup rather than natural. I kind of position them so that they're sitting up instead of out. So you see that wet white glue, but that's the gist of it. I'm going to move on to lips, which this is going to be just a simple red liquid lip. My favorite lipstick to use is NYX Liquid Suede in Cherry Skies. So I've made my mouth a lot bigger because I have a really tiny mouth. But if you don't have a really tiny mouth, you probably don't have to. Alright, I'm going to show you how I fake a lip ray piercing. So I don't have mine pierced anymore, but for looks like this, where that's just really popular with the kind of look I'm doing, I want one. So you can get metallic scrapbooking studs on a sheet like this, but pearl ones are easier to find. You can find them just about anywhere that has scrapbooking stuff. And I just peel one off, put a little eyelash glue, I always put it a little higher than where mine was pierced before because the placing of my piercing just wasn't that good before. So that just looks like a pearl right now. So I take black liquid eyeliner, do a little dot where there would be some shadow on it, draw a couple lines on it, and it's pretty hard to clock unless you're really up close on it. But from like a normal speaking to you distance, it looks pretty much like an actual piercing. So I'm done, so I'm just gonna put a wig on and some more accessories, and I will be done. Here is the finished look, which you saw at the beginning of the video, but I'm just gonna get up close a little more. Thanks for watching. Bye.